How's it going, everybody, with another video? Today we got Rest in Shit, the Metaverse. Now, as someone that has been a channel that was specifically for VR and, quote, the Metaverse, I have now realized how shit it really is. It's really a dumpster fire after the first couple of years of getting a console. You know, the first couple of years, you have a console. Let's say the third 3-month period right after you get a headset. It's glorious. It's kind of a lot of exploration. Seeing what can this really do? What are the limitations? How real? How accurate could this be to what I think in my head? There's so many things. After that 3-month period, it's shit. That's why we're saying rest and shit. But if you guys do enjoy, we're gonna get straight into the video. I've got a lot of comments saying, make your own shit. And this is my content, making my point and putting, my opinion and input on things is the content I would like to show. Future, probably a little bit different of, content. But for those that are, saying that, there are hundreds of other channels that do the exact same thing. It's not necessarily taking the content into consideration. I'm not making videos for this specific video. I'm making videos to put my input on it. But if you guys do enjoy, for those ones, please subscribe. Leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get straight into it. Sorry about the yap sesh, but wanted to get into that. I've got a lot of comments, and I was like, bro.
All right, perfect.
Ooh, Meta makes a drastic workforce decision after 73 billion in losses. Yeah, that is horrendous. That is bad.
Another year, another massive tech flop to look back on. Because it's
like the first couple of years that Meta was a real thing, it was great. It was such like a unique company that had such a good future. And then it just shit.
2020s have been a phenomenal decade for complete and utter shit. First, there was the explosion of non-fungible tokens in 2020.
Oh yeah, if anyone knows, if anyone knows that this happened, I don't know why I said it like that. Logan Paul bought one of these around 3 years ago for like $175,000. It's now like $100, which is hilarious to me.
And right after was every tech giant's historic glazing of the metaverse. Y'all remember when...
I mean, okay, I'm going to speak on my experience. As someone that this entire channel was covered in this VR shit. And as someone that has a VR roommate. That's right. He is literally... I think I've seen him on it more than it not being on. If that makes sense. Like, I've not seen him more times with it off than it on. It's kind of wild. I think you guys have heard me yap about it before. I'm probably going to make an animated short about it because I got to get it off my chest, dude. I got to get it off my chest. It's really bad. But if you guys do want to go see that, let me know down in the comments.
Every company and tech bros.
I literally said that and I didn't. I literally was like, here's my experience. My experience, I liked it. It definitely took me by surprise of how hooked I would be on it, because for a very long time I was just hooked on that thing and I never got off, and I kind of hated it because it kind of took away from the reality that I wanted to be a part of, which was this is why I do this kind of content, so I don't get hooked again on VR. But nowadays it's really boring, so it probably won't be as easy to get
said
hooked.
That the metaverse will be the future, or that virtual reality would replace the internet. Well, half a decade later, and the only thing I remember the metaverse for is But what the hell even is the metaverse? Where did this thing even come from? And how did $100 billion investment dollars go down?
Yeah, that's crazy. How much, like, that is like screws the economy. No way $100 billion. Like, that would just change like the market in itself of that much loss.
Drain with this idea. Well, it's pretty.
Those videos are fire. Like the swing battles, bro.
Obvious.
Where they get this random shit and just put it against each other. I think there was a toilet and a brick, and the brick had like an ultimate comeback. It was fire.
From the company that renamed themselves to it. The date is October 28th, 2021, and the work.
I literally just had to. I'm gonna have to cut this out, or I'm gonna have to cut that out. I literally just had a metaverse ad.
world's greatest quote-unquote human, Mark Zuckerberg, reveals that they renamed the parent company of all of our favorite data harvesters from Facebook to Meta.
Like, I don't think it's a bad idea to combine all of those, but calling it Meta just sounds dumb. I hate to say it. Like, I feel like if you called it like a way better name, like in the same field as like iPhone and Samsung. Like if it was in that kind of field, I think it would be better. But Meta just doesn't sound right for it. You know, like putting it all together, Messenger, Facebook, all those things, putting it into one, not gonna lie, good idea. But calling it Meta is not.
Buy their products under one brand, expand their portfolio beyond Facebook, and shift their
what are these images and noises that just keep popping
focus
up?
to building the metaverse, with absolutely nothing to do with this massive data breach or this internal.
Oh yeah, my data almost got leaked, and then it got patched right the day of. Like it was actually crazy. It could have been leaked. I was a little mad about that, but I will say the first year I got it, I think I got my VR around 2023. I don't know. I think I did like an unboxing like that night. That's how hyped I was about getting it, because I got it for my birthday, which was huge because I wasn't expecting it at all. But when I got it, you know, I was on my PSVR for years, so going from that to that was a completely different change of a console.
Documents leak. Absolutely nothing to do at all.
Privacy and safety need to be built into the metaverse from day one.
Day one? Well, apparently you didn't get that from day one. So this whole foundation of all your days are just completely crumbling because you can't seem to, you know, harness the idea of privacy and safety from day one.
You'll get to decide when you want
Now, since Meta is a billion-dollar company, you'd expect this hour-long
Trillion?
announcement to hit a home run, get you excited to the metaverse changing the world forever, and most importantly, convince you to invest in Meta after the things that never happened, allegedly. And let me tell you that they blew it out of the park with this one.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear.
Yeah, I remember seeing this. I hopped on for the live for like 2 minutes, and I was like, I'm not watching this. Because this was like the first thing I saw, like right after getting my headset. Oh my god, what are these images,
The
bro?
metaverse was proposed as this virtual universe that would replace 2D profile pictures and video calls with 3D avatars and worlds. Like that one book that exists, I guess. That's definitely not just reskin VR technology because, you know, well, you can say, you can see, I actually have no fucking idea where this is going. Aside from the teasers just looking like a more boring VR chat, the biggest problem here was the complete lack of an actual vision, looking more like an
That, I will say, that is, yeah, 100% that's true. It's just like, it's kind of just an idea, but there's not really any use for it. Because it's just like, yeah, you could talk, but then you can't really do anything. The biggest things of some of the biggest games on VR are Rec Room, you know, VR chat. I'm sure there used to be a game called Echo, but we don't talk about that game. You know, it's a little sad. But, you know, those games were so big because, yes, they had a VR social, like core to it, but they also had so much to do, like games, quizzes, live events. They did like a whole RecCon. If you guys ever been to like a convention, they literally did that but with VR, and there was 20,000 people on it at one day, and servers crashed from it. Like that's the level that like this can't even connect to because it just doesn't have that kind of taste to it. It doesn't have that kind of variety of games.
We're rambling about Mark's wet dream about the future. And in terms of wet dreams,
I remember playing this. I remember going on like Meta Horizons or something like that. And it was boring. Like I literally played poker for like 10 minutes and was like, okay, poker is like nice and all, but I can literally just do this with my friends, like not using VR.
Thoroughly disappointed in him. I guess an out-of-touch reptile's fantasy of the future is to...
That barely looks edited. I don't know why this looks like not edited for some reason. I don't know. It's gotta creep me out.
Fence a dude with your $300 Meta Quest 2 headset.
Oh yeah, dude, this console, like the third one,
Meta Quest 2 headset.
This one, why would anyone buy that? Like I bought like this Which one did I buy? I think I bought the one with 128 gigabytes, which was really nice because I didn't have any issues with like storage or anything, and it was one of the nicer consoles. I haven't played on it in like so long, but I would never spend $1,000 on it. Maybe that one instead of like the Apple one, but that's by far one of the craziest prices I've seen.
It would already be weird if any other company did this, but we really got the data breachers to lead this project. So, oh boy am I excited for the amount of ads in this one. Well, too bad they couldn't do that anyway because of just how lackluster the tech is.
Metaverse is not a place. It's a yeah. We're only 3 minutes in. I need to stop yapping, bro. Jeez.
One interview had Zuck and the host in a virtual studio with about 6 polygons per character.
Do you have a favorite feature?
Check this out.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's a dude. That popped up
That's
my
pretty
feed
neat.
so
This
much.
is so freaking cool.
Ads for the metaverse couldn't give their characters any legs, and the screenshots that Zuck would show on his Facebook were
Oh god, that is like this is not an appealing thing. This doesn't look appealing at all in the slightest.
With all these problems said, Meta still released their game, Meta Horizon Worlds, in December 2021, which lets you create your own worlds, play other people's worlds, and potentially earn money with their creator program. And when your billion-dollar game was literally just VR Roblox, it went just as well as you'd expect.
I shouldn't know anyone's age, but right as I walked in, a kid said, "How did you know I was 10?" And his name was Baby Shark 2013.
Obviously, things started off well due to curiosity, but both their player base and
I think this probably was like one of those like when Gorilla Tag was really big, there was a lot of like spin-offs. Not like spin-offs. Like really crappy games that did really well for like the first couple of weeks. That was probably this, but not fun.
value would fall down a cliff for
Oh
the next
my
year because
God.
what the actual fuck is this? The experience would be fine as a free little indie game in beta testing, but this was a
See, like this is my thing. When I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, this is a cool test." I'm excited to see, what the finished product would be. This is the finished product. This is not even beta. That's crazy to me.
billion-dollar project meant to
Yeah, that's how much money it costed to do this.
replace the internet.
You
And
could do the same thing on Rec Room, and they didn't even spend $1 billion on it.
$1 billion wasted on a goofy VR game that was buggy as hell, only attracted children, and still couldn't get their damn legs right. Like, damn, do y'all got a crush on Rec Room with a lack of
Yeah, this game was fire. This game around like I think I was actually. I'm geeking. I actually thought I was in this picture for a second. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so cool, when I find myself. I remember this because I actually was talking to a couple of these guys when this game was really popular. This person. No, wait, not this person, and that person. Those were like the main people I talked to. But I actually did go on a on a little convention
legs in
center,
this
which
game.
is pretty cool.
And
So
fun fact, they announced that legs would be added a whole year later, which was a lie because they were just motion tracked in post. Great job, guys. Maybe y'all should hire some actual VR devs instead of forcing random people to work for your vague
wait, what? There are so many talking employees that have left, but there's so many. What? They were just random people?
tech fetish next time. Thanks. And you'd think their atrocious drop in stock value would stop them
Oh
from
my
doing-
god, that is really bad. Holy crap.
But they still continue development for the next year, expanding their game to other countries.
See, like, you would think if you lost $77 billion, you would probably just shut down everything and just start from scratch at that point. Like, you would not want to lose any more money.
and posting. And somehow people still glaze this shit to oblivion, and they got a collab with a fast food restaurant for
Oh, they got Wendy's on this?
this.
And again, what Wendy's could sell in the metaverse is stuff they would never sell. I'm telling you right now, if Wendy's made a lewd avatar of the Wendy's girl, it would sell.
Yeah.
What? What kind of video is that?
Surprise, surprise. Despite Meta itself failing, the metaverse remains
200 active views.
enough of a buzzword in
200,000?
2022 to 23 for other brands and tech bros to hop on the bandwagon.
No.
Most notably, our favorite child protection platform, Roblox, which hopped on their shit all the way back in 2021 with this. thing. And let me ask them, what
Dude, I can't. The noises
the
take me by
actual
surprise every
fuck were you
time.
guys trying to do here? Make yourself look more serious to
Dude, I literally played VR Roblox for the first time a couple months ago. That shit was way better than Horizon Worlds.
investors? Bitch, look at the games in your front page! No amount of metaverse bullshit can fix that! And let's not even talk about the item shop, shall we? But somehow with all this, they still got to host metaverse classics like Walmart Land, IKEA Land,
I did this. I did
and
that.
Nike Land,
I did that too.
and Gucci Land.
Okay, I didn't do that. Jesus.
Some
Gucci.
advertising. This is Walmart. You see what you've done?
Oh, W YouTuber, by the way.
You've turned a lifelong, loyal customer into a pissed off Lego guy.
And one thing you may notice here is the abundance of clothing you can buy, which was part of a whole movement for digital fashion.
Would you buy clothes that don't exist?
Hell nah, bruh. This is ridiculous. And a bunch of other people think so too. But I guess they didn't get the memo since they still hosted a Metaverse Fashion Week in 2023. And
Powered by blockchain technologies, metaverse fashion in spaces like
That is abysmal.
Decentraland still require a huge amount of energy
Yeah, you could tell that the news channel had nothing to report that day.
to run.
please, speed, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. People paid real money for this, by the way.
Dude, what are these noises, bro?
But
wait, they paid real money for digital leather. These are digital items? Who, motherfucker, whoever paid $70 for this? Are we serious right
real
now?
money for this, by the way.
This is a digital item. It only exists digitally. You will be... That's
But
crazy.
by far, the most egregious scam of the metaverse was virtual land. Guys, real land has value because there's limited land. What the fuck could virtual land be worth if the supply is infinite?
Nothing. There's no value to it if it's infinite.
But dumb things like logic are nonsense when you can buy NFTs on virtual land. Good golly, Miss Molly, that'll do the
Good golly, Miss Molly.
job.
Dude, I have now gotten a Roblox ad and a Meta ad in this video.
Holy shit, yes! Yes! That's exactly what I want in the metaverse. An NFT room for all my prize collections that would definitely also not go to shit. And side note, all this NFT land talk just reminded me of Crypto Land. Man, oh man, what a time it was, huh? And funnily enough, the least scammy of these virtual land projects was Atlas Earth, since you could earn money from it, but
Wow.
just very, very,
Oh my god.
very slowly. At least the ads were some certified bangers.
Hey Mike, you also need to free Crypto Luigi. You need to play Atlas Earth mode that is in your phone. Then FAR for some hours to get 10 Ethereum is what you need to free him. Then go to story mode and free him. Team, I
This is
recommend
an
you
ad?
to farm a lot of
If you haven't noticed, almost every project I've mentioned has a different meaning of the metaverse. One group says it's multiplayer VR. Another group says it's multiplayer non-VR. Another group says it's single-player non-VR. And
I just don't understand what you do in this game. Like, I understand it's a social aspect. A lot of games are like that in VR. That's like the biggest thing is to socialize. Like, let's say there's like a really nice golf game on my VR, on my metaverse, in the metaverse, that, you know, you can play with friends that actually use these same avatars. But it actually gives the purpose of playing golf with people and talking to people. That I would pay for. That I would spend time on. I wouldn't just spend money and spend my time wasting it socializing, just standing around not talking to people in a freaking, like, in a space that looks like I don't know, Donald Trump's boardroom in the president's office. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't spend money for that.
Cryptoland, yeah, let's just add NFTs for this.
Also, just like go outside, talk to people.
Bullshit. The gist here is that thanks to the billionaire alien, the metaverse had no concrete meaning. So every company trying to profit from the idea just went in random directions to see if they stuck. And spoiler alert, none of them did. Even when I bank valued the metaverse as a $13 trillion
What?
opportunity, Roblox quietly removed all talks of the metaverse. Metafluence lost over 99% of their value. All the scam projects got exposed, and Decentraland spent over $1 billion for a game with 40 active players. Going back to Meta, over 11,000 jobs and $100 billion research dollars went down the drain, with their stock even increasing when they announced spending cuts for the metaverse. Safe to say that by mid-2023, this shit was over. Especially when Zuck a new tech fetish to obsess over,
no.
and that was AI.
Oh yeah.
And unlike the metaverse, AI actually had a meaning and a purpose, with Meta stock becoming the highest it's ever been since they poured all their money into this technology instead.
Oh god.
And I hope to God this bubble bursts too, because this is getting ridiculous. And I guess their final attempt
Oh,
at the
Sora AI is from Meta?
metaverse was by Apple in 2024 with their Vision Pro. And I will give them credit for making actual dystopian tech that doesn't
Oh
look
no, this I wouldn't obviously pay $3,500 for, but it's actually, you know, a cool idea, and I've actually did do a little like tutorial on it at the Apple Store. It was pretty cool.
goofy as fuck.
I'd probably pay the like Metaverse Pro price for this, like the
But
$1,000.
unfortunately, the only use for these $3,500 goggles is to pick up dust and make you look goofy in public. Not forgetting that one guy who vlogged himself wearing that shit right behind me.
I think the only thing I would get from Meta now is probably the Meta glasses. I actually am trying to look for them right now, so I'm not trying to spend $400, but I want to get a pair of them. They're nice.
While I was walking around SM Makati, y'all gotta tell me what the name of his channel is so I can drop a big fat shit. I think it's safe to say that the metaverse is dead, at least for the foreseeable future.
Okay, I'm going to end on this note. I don't think it's dead necessarily. I think it's just it needs to take a bigger step in the future with taking like more of a social and fun aspect than just, you know, doing bullshit. I think that's the biggest thing. And to be honest, you know, as someone that has, you know, been through all the metaverse and all that kind of stuff, I don't think it's like completely down the drain. They have fixed it with Meta AI. Yeah, I think it actually serves a better purpose than whatever they were trying to do before with the Horizon worlds. But all in all, I think, you know, this is a good video. Honestly, go shout out to this guy. I'll put the original video down in the description. But if you guys did enjoy, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, have a good one.